Okay, so before I tried anything else, I went back in and just cranked it and cranked it and cranked it and just mashed the gas. And it tried and tried and tried and got really close, and then it went and it took off and it started. But then I kept gassing it and it really lugged and lugged and lugged, trying to get, didn't ever make it over 2,000 RPM, let off the gas and immediately dies. I say, okay, let's try it again. Crank, 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 give some gas, and it starts right up. And that's the one that you heard. So, I need to recreate the circumstances that this thing wouldn't start. So I'm gonna wait until tomorrow. We're gonna have another really cold night. Let's try and recreate what happened and see if it does it again. Otherwise, we might just throw this out as a fluke. I don't know. These are the kinds of things you do when you buy cheap cars. It's one of the things you have to deal with. It's part of what kind of makes it fun. I haven't been able to work on this thing for quite a while. And unfortunately, when it breaks, it gives me an opportunity to work on it as I have to work on it because I need it to work. So there's an update video, you can check that out for a bunch of different updates. But I just recently had my first baby, a little girl, and so I haven't had any time to do anything. My car didn't start this morning, and so it gives me an excuse to come outside and mess around with my car, get slightly dirty hands, and I get to go inside and say, hey, I fixed it. It didn't, but it works. We'll see you again tomorrow and see what's going on. It's been almost a week, maybe over a week since this didn't start. And it's been colder and colder at nights, and I haven't ever had the issue again. So I'm kind of thinking that the plugs got fouled. I don't know if new engines do that. So I grew up driving carbureted cars, and so yeah. Like, I don't know if that's a thing. Comment below if that's a thing that plugs can get fouled. Because, you know, so when I was cranking it the first time, I cranked and I let off before it fully went, but it did get compression and combustion. So I'm wondering if it, I don't know, something goofy happened and it didn't go. I also didn't let it have time for the fuel pump to prime, and so I don't know. Anyway, this is just going to be kind of an updater episode. I know a lot of people complain about me talking, but that is kind of how we communicate, and so I'm going to talk. This car has been running just fine forever. This summer I re-sprayed my headlights. When I did it last summer, I took this thing on a road trip before they had time to cure, and they got a bunch of bugs stuck in them. I also went ahead and stripped off all of the black paint from my grill because it was chipping as well, and I never ended up repainting it because with my chrome wheels it doesn't actually look too bad. I might paint it black in the future, but we'll see. I've had some other people ask about the headliner and the condition it's in and how it's holding up, and we had weeks of 100 degrees and tons of humidity, and this thing is holding really strong. So I would say that contact cement I bought is the way to go. I put a ton on basically, and then you have to let it dry and then you stick it together. So you do contact cement on both surfaces. So I put it, well actually I didn't put it on the back of the fabric. I just like heaped it onto the old headliner. I didn't take the fabric off of the headliner, the original headliner, and just coated and coated and coated it until it was like plastic almost, and it was totally dry, and then I stretched it over the top, and it has held very well. So that's kind of an update on that. The rear sway bar really is the best mod you can do to any car. The one I got for this, it's like 180 bucks on Amazon right now for new. I think I'm gonna buy one for my other Subaru right behind us, because less body roll is good for any car. So that's my recommendation. First modification you do, even before you lower your car. I actually have a more update as well. So recently I have new stickers out. So I have these, they're my old school Dirtcheapdaily stickers in blue. They aren't on clear like they were before. They're on a white background so you can actually see them. These are vinyls again, so you can put them on paint, on windows, whatever, and they'll come right off. Then I have these ones which are clear in white writing, so it's kind of hard to see. They are Built Dirt Cheap, hashtag Built Dirt Cheap stickers. I'll go ahead and throw a couple of those on the back of here so you can see what they look like. Just FYI, white line stickers are crappier than Dirtcheapdaily stickers. They actually kind of suck. That looks terrible. Sorry. That's coming off. It ain't no good.